The script is entirely written by AI, and this might be the best short movie ever, so enjoy. AI is wearing her headset as she types on her computer. She is surrounded by various computer screens displaying different web pages. She looks up at the screen. It looks completely different from what she is used to. It is not a pretty sight at all. Rachel is watching this. A commotion can be heard on screen. It is quite loud. It sounds like a very strong man hitting his wife hard with his hand. Rachel stands up straight. A policeman enters the room and stands in front of the woman. One of the policemen looks at the woman. He looks at his partner who is watching the screen. He shrugs his shoulders. The woman doesn't even say anything. She just stands straight in front of her husband. He is angry. He grabs the phone and is about to hit the woman. The woman pushes her husband backwards. He falls down on the desk and he's stunned for a moment. The woman doesn't move. She just stares at him. He gets up, his back hitting the desk. The woman is still watching the screen. She's angry. She doesn't move and is trembling slightly. Another policeman comes in and gets the woman up off the desk. She is scared. She speaks up. She asks in Japanese. Her voice is barely audible. She tells the policeman she is the mother of 2 children. Her voice is shaking. The policeman and the rest of the people watching the screens are shocked. They are looking at the woman who is too afraid to even ask her questions. The woman says something in Japanese. She says something in Japanese. She says something in Japanese. The policeman looks at her. He asked her for the phone number to call the police. She gives the number. The policeman takes the number and then leaves the office. She goes to the woman and looks at her. She goes back to the keyboard. She types some commands on the keyboard. Suddenly her screen gets out of focus and all the windows of the computer screen disappear. And a window appears with some Japanese characters. It takes some time before the computer recognizes her and gives her some commands. She puts her hands on the keyboard and leaves the office. The cell phone rings. It is answered in Japanese. 2 policemen come in. They walk towards the woman. They sit on the desk and look at the woman. One policeman shakes his head. The policeman comes back to the office. The woman stays there and continues to type. Someone else comes in. She shows her number and says something, then leaves. Nobody says anything about the woman. The video stops recording. It keeps recording. She doesn't turn around to look at the camera. After a few seconds, the camera gets switched off. The people who are watching the screen slowly turn around. The camera gets switched off. Just as the camera is switched off, AI turns around and looks at Rachel. She's on the phone. She looks at the AI. It is obvious that the woman has finished recording. She walks towards AI. She keeps her eye on AI. A faint voice comes out of AI. It is presumably from that woman. She seems to be in a very difficult situation. She gets up from the desk and goes to Rachel. A phone comes in again. It's some kind of call. A policeman approaches her. He says in Japanese, "It is probably your brother's number. He will tell you everything in English. Do not speak unless he asks you to speak. Do not ask him anything," the policeman says. "Alright?" A policeman approaches her. She says something to AI. A voice is apparently coming from the woman. She seems to be in a very difficult situation. A faint voice is apparently coming out of AI. She says something. It is in English. She wants to know what Rachel wants. AI lets her continue to answer the call. AI checks his cell phone. AI presses the button. Hello, that was the end of the movie written by AI and performed by me. I tried to do everything as close as possible as the script told me. I did a voiceover of the script. I could do it better obviously, but I thought it was really funny. I just performed it in the way that I saw it in my head when I first read it. I think it was also funny because it makes no sense at all. I'm trying to finish this video in one day. I hope I can do it. So it could be better, and you will see a lot of the lighting on the background, but it's not that big in here to film, so it was really hard to hit them all. But I tried to change clothes as much as possible so you can see which character I'm playing as, and I try to adjust this RGB light to every character, so it's maybe an easier visual cue for you all. So tell me, what did you think, and should I do more? And most importantly, what should this be called? Thank you for watching. I see you in the next time, in the next video. You know what I mean. Bye.